so my presentation is about Egypt. Egypt became a permanent civilization around 3100 BC. Egypt has a long, wealthy history because of the Nile River and its fertile banks. Egypt is home to many pyramids. They were built as monuments and homes for the tombs of the pharaohs that passed away. Egypt is also home to the Great Sphinx of Giza, a colossal limestone statue as a recumbent sphinx located in Giza, Egypt, that likely dates back from the reign of King Khafre and depicts his face. It is one of Egypt's most famous landmarks and is arguably the best known example of Sphinx art. Language. The official language of Egypt is Arabic. Most Egyptians speak more than one dialect of this language. Arabic is a Semitic language spoken around the Arab world. There are roughly 25 different dialects of this language, including Algerian Arabic, Lebanon Arabic, Egyptian Arabic, and many more. The easiest dialect to learn being the Egyptian Arabic and the hardest being Maghrebi Arabic. This is a chart of religion in Egypt. As you can see, the majority of Egyptians are Muslim, and the rest are Christians or another religion. Some still practice old versions of religions, but some have adopted newer versions. Originally, Egypt was polytheistic, meaning it recognized multiple gods and goddesses. Some of the main gods include Atum, Osiris, Isis, Ra, and many more. Egyptian life. This is some artwork from Egypt. Egypt has many traditions that include avoiding stepping on cut hair. They believe stepping on cut hair will make the hair start falling from that person and it won't grow back. The turned slipper. Many Egyptians believe that having a turned slipper brings terrible things to the house, so if they find a turned slipper, they'll turn it the right way. Spilling coffee. They believe accidentally spilling coffee brings good omens. These are just some of the many traditions of Egypt. The Galibaya has a long-standing tradition in Egypt, worn throughout the country, and is the national dress. It is often covered by a kaftan, a longer piece of clothing that acts as a coat and has long sleeves. It's often made from stripped cloth, sometimes silk or cotton or even brocade, and provides extra warmth in the cooler evenings or during the colder months. Music. Some more artwork, mostly containing different instruments being used in Egypt. Egyptian music has an integral part of Egyptian culture since ancient times. The ancient Egyptians created the god Thoth with the invention of music, which Osiris in turn uses part of his effort to civilize the world. The earliest material and representational evidence of Egyptian musical instruments dates back to pre-dynastic period, but the evidence is more securely attested in the Old Kingdom when harps, flutes, and double clarinets were played. Percussion instruments, lyres, and lutes were added to orchestras by the Middle Kingdom. Cymbals frequently accompanied music and dance, much as they still do in Egypt today. Egyptian folk music, including the traditional Sufri Zikur rituals, are the closest contemporary music genre to ancient Egyptian music, having preserved many of its features, rhythms, and instruments. In general, modern Egyptian music blends these indigenous traditions with Turkish, Arabic, and Western elements. Since the 1970s, Egyptian pop music has become increasingly important in Egyptian culture, particularly among the large youth population of Egypt. Egyptian folk music continues to be played during weddings and other traditional festivities. These are some of the instruments used in Egypt. So the harp, also called the benet in Egypt, was one of the most popular musical instruments throughout pharaonic history. This bow harp, among the oldest to have survived, is characterized by a long curved neck and shovel-shaped sound box. Originally covered by parchment or animal skin, the sound box would have resonated when the instrument's 5 strings were plucked. Harpers played either alone or in ensembles with stringers and other musicians. The lyre is a string musical instrument having a yoke or 2 arms and a crossbar, projecting out from a level with the body. The strings run from a tailpiece on the bottom or front of the instrument to the crossbar. Most lyres are plugged, but a few are bowed. Box lyres are instruments having a box-like wooden body with a wooden soundboard. In some instances, the arms are hollow extensions of the body, as in ancient Greek. Bowl lyres have a rounded body with a curved back, often of tortoiseshell and a skin belly. The arms are invariably constructed separately, as in the Greek lyra. The sistrum, a rattle consisting of a wood, metal, or clay frame set loosely with crossbars, often hung with jingles that sound when the instrument is shaken. A handle is attached to the frame. In ancient Egypt, sistrums were either temple-shaped or had a closed horseshoe shape. The sistrum was used in the call of the goddess Hathor, and later, as Hathor merged with the maternal and life-giving goddess Isis, use of the sistrum spread with the cult of Isis throughout the Roman Empire. The lute. The Egyptian pierced lute had a carved wooden bowl for the instrument's body, usually oval, covered with rawhide. A stick which acted as the instrument's neck pierced the instrument's body. This stick was threaded through cuts in the top of the rawhide to the end of the bowl. It was attached to the strings through a triangular opening cut into the skin at the bottom of the bowl. Besides being woven through the skin soundboard, the stick was supported underneath by wooden cross pieces that ran crosswise underneath the stick, to the edges of the bowl on either side. The strings were wound at the top of the handle and tied with thongs. So, in conclusion, Egypt is a beautiful country filled with rich culture, tradition, music, and